Hello everyone. So today we're going to be taking a look at this 2012 Volkswagen Scirocco. And special thanks to Heron Auto, Opel and Kia, situated here in Donegal town, for allowing me to come down here and review this Volkswagen Scirocco for you guys today. For all contact information in regards to this dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be taking a look at the interior of the car, explain how the features work. We'll also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, take a look around the exterior, and take the car in a detailed test drive. So we got the old style Volkswagen key fob. This is of course from 2012, and we're actually going to power on the car and turn on the exterior lights and go around the exterior first. So one thing I should show you, I just need to come closer to the car first. When you unlock it, the privacy windows drop down, and when you lock it, they go back up. Okay, so let's just insert the key in here. And in this car, you just apply the clutch and turn it to fire up the engine. So we'll power on the hazards. And also turn on the automatic headlights and pull out for the front and rear fogs. And both front windows are fully automatic in this car. Okay, so this generation of the Scirocco, I believe, came out in 2009, and this particular one is finished here in Rising Blue Metallic, which I personally think is probably one of the nicest colours you can get the Scirocco in, especially on a very clear sunny day like this, where the sun's hitting the car head on. You can really see the metallic flake, and I just love the way this car looks in the front. I love the overall design of the headlights, the bumper, and the way the headlights go across the grille there. Everything blends in very nicely. And if we just look down the side of the car, you can see where the rear wheel arch bulges out a bit, just to enhance the overall sporty profile of this car. Definitely one of the best looking three-door hatches out there. And this particular one is sitting on the 18-inch Interlagos alloy wheels. Now these wheels are exclusive to the Scirocco. As a matter of fact, these particular Interlagos alloy wheels are very common amongst people who like to modify their cars, especially people who buy second-hand Volkswagen, either Passats, Jettas or Golfs or even Audis tend to go for these alloy wheels, and I must say they do sit very well on a nicely modified car. And this car also has the ventilated steel disc brakes in the front with solid discs in the rear, as well as an independent McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link setup in the rear. And as you can see, we also got the LED turn signals on the exterior mirrors. And if we just come around to the rear, again, I do love the overall styling even at the rear of this car. Now there is no exterior boot release for the Scirocco, so you have two choices. You can either use the button on the key fob, or you use the button located down here on the driver's door. So we'll just pull that. Okay, so the boot space measures in at 292 litres. Now I'll admit it's not spacious or even as accessible as that of a Volkswagen Golf. You do have this whole rear bumper that you have to lift your luggage over, and then the boot floor itself, as you can see, sits down quite far. Now in saying that, it is still a very usable boot, it is still very spacious, but if you're looking for even more space than this, then maybe a three-door Volkswagen Golf is the way to go, especially if you want to keep the overall sporty styling. But let's not forget, the Scirocco is designed to be a sporty three-door hatch, so you know, luggage capacity was never really going to be the main priority over the Golf. I must say, I really am liking this Rising Blue Metallic. If I actually just come closer, you can probably just see the metallic flake shining in the sun there. And just coming back around to the front of the car. I think this one is finished really in the right colour with the right wheels, so it's been a very well spec car. There's also another colour you could get, I believe it's called Viper Green, and that was a very, very bright in your face colour. I've seen a few Viper Green Sciroccos in my life, but not that many. Maybe it's a colour that's just not for everyone. So let's get back into the front. Okay, so this car has 136,132 kilometers on the clock so far. So it's got the 3-spoke leather wrap multifunction steering wheel with hydraulic rack and pinion power assist. It's also got a very nice sporty steering wheel, the flat bottom design, and the bottom and top halves of the steering wheel, as you can see, are perforated. And it's also got very nice thick 10 and 2 notches. And then you got your basic controls for the radio located off to the left, and this lower button here mutes the radio. And then you got these controls here for going through your little truck computer there. So it gives you everything you could want regarding your fuel consumption and your travel times and so on. And there's one here for having the speed rating in kilometers per hour. Now if I press the button off to the right, or even the one off to the left, you can go through all these different screens here. So there's 3 in total. You got your main settings and your vehicle status located there. So a very simple LCD screen there, easy to navigate through. As I said, we do have automatic headlights in this car, and you also got a very deep storage compartment located down here. And on the door cards, you got this very nice kind of fabric-y mesh material. I'm not really sure what to call it, but it looks really nice, finished here in white. And you also have it on the seats as well. And on the seats, it's mostly fabric. You got kind of a suede material, then you got this kind of mesh, and then up here you have black leather. And it's the same story on the upper half, and then the actual headrest itself is finished just in black leather. Now the seats are very sporty and they're very, very comfortable, and they hold you in very well. I really actually like sitting in this mesh because it's really soft, so I'm a fan of that. But the overall interior of this car is just, you know, the same as a Golf or a Polo or Passat or anything really in the rest of the Volkswagen range. It's very simple and straightforward, and you even got the very simple double-din radio. So we'll just crank up the volume.
In Golf, the start is playing on day 2 at the moment.
Yeah, very good sound quality. Nothing to complain about there. And you got your old style LCD screen there. So this is of course a previous generation Scirocco. There is an updated model now. And we also have the air conditioning on today because it is very, very warm. And located down here, you got your cigarette lighter and ashtray, or you can use that just for store and change. And we also got the 6-speed manual transmission, and you just push down left and up to engage reverse. And then the only button located down here is your traction control. And then coming into the center, you got your 2 integrated cup holders, your leather center-mounted armrest, and that also features a bit of storage as well as your auxiliary jack. And this car also has an auto-dimming interior mirror as well as a sunglasses container. And you also got your vanity mirrors as well, also illuminated. So the interior is fairly simple and straightforward. It has all the necessities. You got your air conditioning, you got your radio, your multifunction controls, and that's about it. That's probably all you really need. Of course, you can spec a Scirocco with dual zone climate control and satellite navigation these days. But overall, I like this interior. Very simple. Okay, so it's very easy to get into the back of the Scirocco. The seat slides forward. Well, it doesn't even have to slide forward. The backrest tilts forward quite enough to allow you to get in. Now, I have the seat set up in my driving position, and I'm actually very surprised at how much room I have back here. Usually 3-door sport hatches like this, you know, have very minimal legroom and very minimal headroom. But as you can see, I got a lot of legroom back here. I'm more than happy with it. It's every bit as spacious back here, maybe even a little more spacious than my Astra GTC. And the headroom is excellent as well. You also got a little coat hook back here as well as interior lighting. Now you will notice that the Scirocco is not a 5-seater hatchback. It's actually just a 4-seater, so we don't have a middle seat, just 2 individual seats here with these very interesting and cool looking headrests. Now there is leather going across the top of the headrest as well, so the overall fabric and suede cloth and leather design that you find the front seats continues back here as well. I will admit, as cool as the headrests look, they do obscure rear visibility just a little bit when you're looking behind you when you're trying to reverse, because as you can see they are quite tall and the rear window is quite narrow. As a matter of fact, I believe, yep, these seats actually slide forward as well, so you do get extra luggage space from the boot. I will admit there is a ledge left behind, so it's probably not that useful if you're hauling larger items. But it's good to know that you can fold the rear seats should you need to. And the bonnet release is located on the driver's side. The engine is a 2-litre TDI turbo diesel. It produces 140 brake horsepower with a top speed of 129 miles per hour. It also puts out 236 foot-pounds of torque, and it's estimated to average about 62 miles to the gallon. Starting to test drive out here in these back roads. Now of course I've already driven out here because I had to drive out these roads to get to where I was filming the car just a few moments ago. Now I must say the suspension in this car is excellent. It absorbs these bumps very well. I was expecting the Scirocco to be a little bit firmer and a little less comfortable than that of a Golf, but actually it's every bit as good. This car is really nice to drive over this kind of uneven back roads that I'm on at the moment, and the handling going into this tight left-hander is really good as well. This car certainly feels sporty and it feels very planted, and it's just got quite a good bit of power when you need it. So we're actually just coming into a tight right-hander here, and we'll see how it handles. And it's really good. And we're coming up now to a sharp left-hander. Yeah, now this car is really nice to drive out here. It feels very flat and planted at the front when you're taking these sharp bends. And then, as I said, the suspension is excellent over this rougher terrain. A little bit of a jolt there, but I really didn't feel it that much. Alright, so we're on the bypass now, so foot down in second gear. And there's an excellent strong pull from the 2-litre TDI diesel with 140 horsepower, as I said, and there we are, 102 kilometers per hour actually. So this car really gets up and goes when you want it to. You got power that's easily accessed pretty much anywhere you want. I even put my foot down now in 5th gear and it's pulling ahead again. So I must say, this car, it's not just the Golf with a sporty body. This car sits lower than the Golf, and the interior, even though the overall layout is the same as the Golf, it has these very exclusive sporty seats, which I love. And I really like the fact that they make use of so many different materials in these seats. You got this kind of white fabric-y mesh material that I was talking about. You got a little bit of suede cloth, you got a little bit of leather. So everything about this car feels really nice and sporty and well thought out. I even love this sporty steering wheel with the nice thick 10-2 notches. But out here now on the open roads, it's pretty quiet actually. It's very nice and easy and relaxing to drive, and it's just an incredibly comfortable, well-spec car. And you know, I've got everything I need in here. I didn't actually mention this earlier. I'm only after noticing now that there is cruise control located here at the end of the indicator stock, like in most Volkswagens. Now you can also have this 2-litre diesel with the DSG automatic gearbox as well, in which case you'll get paddle shifters, and you can also have a turbocharged 1.4-litre TSI petrol as well. Now there is a lot more, you know, diesel Sciroccos on the road here in Ireland at least than there is 1.4 petrols, but I'm sitting here now cruising at 100 kilometers per hour, and it's just so nice to drive. It's really nice. And this car even sits lower than my, it sits lower than my 3-door Astra. And it just has such a cool sporty feel to it. It has the frameless windows and even these grab handles here. Look at this. I mean, they have this kind of cool, interesting triangular look. I mean, there's just so much styling and, you know, thought put into the overall interior of this car. I really do like it. Okay, so just heading back towards Auto, and I must say, overall, I really do like the Volkswagen Scirocco. I always thought this was one of the best looking sporty 3-door hatches on the market. I absolutely love the styling from the outside. I love the way it looks on the inside. And to drive, it's a brilliant car. There's nothing this thing can't do. Out in the back roads, it's very comfortable going over the bumpier bits. And then when I was going around the tight left and right hand bends, I found that the car was very planted and there was very minimal body roll. So it has an excellent combination of comfort and sporty feel. And then the drive out here in the open main road like this, I mean, it's just excellent. It's very quiet, it's very economical, and a 2-litre diesel engine, whenever you put your foot down, you've got the power that you need when you need it. So I'm finding it very hard to fault this car. I really do like it that much. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this full net review of the 2012 Volkswagen Scirocco. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned. There'll be plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching, everyone.